Hello there, wonderful people of Earth, and welcome back to the channel, Literacy with DJ. DJ here, and today I'm going to be going over narrative voice in pieces of text. Now, before we get into this video, guys, make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. And without any further ado, let's jump right into it. All text, no matter non-fiction or fiction, will have different types of narrative voices that tell the reader the information. These may not actually be the voice of the author themselves. It could be a voice of a character. And the person or being who is recounting the information to the reader is known as the narrator. Two very common types of narration are third and first person. And I'm going to go over the advantages and disadvantages for each. First person is when the story is told by a character in the story itself. There are many advantages to writing in first person. For example, it creates a sense of intimacy between the character and the reader. It makes it seem as though the character is talking directly to the reader and builds a bond. This form of narration is very common in novels for teenagers and children. Oftentimes, the character will be a similar age to the intended audience, and this further builds on the reader's sense of connection to or engagement with the story. However, there are some disadvantages. You're only getting the information from the story supplied through one character. That character has to be involved in all of the action, or needs another character to fill in details about what the narrator has written. If a story in the first person doesn't have this, it will often seem bare bones and unfinished. The reader only gets the character's point of view. The author needs to balance this in some way so we get the full picture, possibly by telling us what other characters say about them. Sometimes, the first person narrator has quite distinct faults. They may be totally biased in an opinion, or may have a psychological problem. As readers, we need to assess the reliability of our narrator and make allowances for the faults or biases. This includes analysing and judging some of the things that the narrator tells us. We also have third person. This is the fly-on-the-wall narrator who tells us a story. The narrator sees, hears, and knows all about the characters and presents information in a supposedly objective manner. They're often called omniscient, which means all-knowing. Sometimes the narrator's voice is quite hidden, and you can almost forget there is someone telling the story. At other times, the narrator intrudes into the story or is very biased in the description of a character you may particularly dislike or like yourself, and you're more aware that the narrator is there. Third person is useful in the sense that we get all the information about the characters, and it is left up to us to make up our minds. Sometimes, the narrator will interrupt the stories to ensure that we agree with the ideas that the composer wants us to consider. But there's also a sense of distance between the responder and the characters. It's as if all the information and action is being filtered through a third person, which is, in a sense, exactly what is happening. Writers attempt to overcome this by ensuring that the main character in the story is approximately the same age as the intended audience. The writer's voice is the individual writing style of an author, which is made up of their common use of punctuation, diction, character development, or dialogue within a given body of text. Sometimes, composers use a skill called alienation, which is when they highlight the values of a culture or society by using characters who are alienated from said culture or society because of gender, cultural background, societal positioning, or religious reasons. A voice in any text can be determined through different language techniques. It's essential that you consider the language techniques selected by composers to project meaning. Thanks for watching this quick video all about narrative voice. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and have a great rest of your day. This is DJ, signing out.